Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam sada shiva samarambam shankaracharya madhyamam asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga. 3 types of Shraddhas. So, in this context, we are now seeing 3 types of Ahara, Yajna, and Dana. So, according to the Shraddha, how they differ. Sattvic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha, Tamasic Shraddha, how they differ. One by one is described. Verse 7, Aharastvapi sarvasya trividho bhavati priya yajnastapastatha dhanam isham vedamimam shrunu. Sarvasya, of all people. Ahara, the food also is 3 types. Means they like 3 types of food. Now, we should understand the word ahara properly. Generally, when we say ahara, we mean the food that we eat. And of course, in that sense, only here the word ahara is used. Here, about the food that we eat only is told. But ahara is a general word. Ahriyate iti ahara. Whatever that is taken in, all our intakes are in the sense. What we see is the ahara for the eyes. What we hear is the ahara for the ear. What you smell is the ahara for nose. What you eat, of course, for the tongue taste. What you touch is the ahara for the sense of touch. So, in Chandogya, the term ahara shuddhi is used. To have that sattva disposition or the shuddha antakarana, one should observe ahara shuddhi. Their ahara shuddhi word is used in the general sense and not restricted to what we eat. Should know. Means what we see must be sattvic in terms of it must be the form of Ishvara, deity, etc., guru, etc. What we smell must be fragrant. Again, what we eat, of course. Then what we hear must be something ennobling, like that. So, whatever that produces the wrong notions or wrong effect in the mind, which is opposed to gaining the knowledge, should not be taken. Now, let us say about the eating here. First, Bhagavad introduces the topic. So, I am going to tell you now 3 types of food that is liked by people. 3 types of yajna, 3 types of dana. The distinction in these based on one's Shraddha. Now, the food which is dear to, liked by people having sattvic disposition is described. Ayus sattva balarogya sukha priti vivardhana rasya snigdha sthirarudya ahara sattvika priya. These types of food are, that means what, preferred by people having sattvic disposition, sattvic shraddha, sattvic disposition. Those which are vivardhana, those who increase, grow. What? Ayuhu, longevity of life. By which food you can live longer. Sattva. The sattva, that is chitta sthairya. Food that increases the stability, steadfastness of the mind. Balam. Balam here, the strength, physical strength, etc. The strength of indriya, senses, etc. to work. Balam. Arogyam. Arogyam means health in the sense being free from diseases. Sukha. Sukha is that delight of antakarana, the mind. The delight of antakarana mind. So Sukham. Priti. So Priti. Priti can mean the delight born of contentment. You are contented and therefore you are delightful. That is it. Or iti, this priti can mean the joy that is born on seeing the growth, prosperity, good of other people. Difficult. Generally, people what? They have got envy, jealousy if they see someone prosperous, happy, etc. No. Seeing others happy, seeing others delightful, seeing others what? Prosperous. This person is happy. Who is that? That is what is called, can be taken as priti. Because these are all dependent on the type of the food one takes. The food that increases all these things. Again, at the same time, by their nature, the food should be like this. Rasyaha. Rasyaha, that is nutritious, sweet, juicy. Snigdha. Snigdha means those which have got oil content, not dry. Nowadays, in the name of cholesterol, snigdha, sneha, oily content is totally discarded. It is not correct. For health, oily content in a measured quantity is indispensable. So, rasyaha, snigdhaha, sthiraha. Sthira in the sense that which sustains the body for a longer period in terms of what? Supplying blood, that is flesh, etc. Not other way. Sthira means what? Once you eat, it is there in the stomach for a long time. That is not good. No. So some food, you eat it, very tasteful, but it doesn't get digested properly at all. It remains there for a long period. Not that one. that food which sustains the body for a longer period. Hridaya. Hridaya means what here? That is, which is this Hridaya Priya. Hridaya Priya in the sense, that means which delights you. There are some people will not some food we like. It's pleasing. There are other food you can't bear the sight of it. They may be tasty, but you can't bear sight. No, Hridaya means you feel pleased when you see the food. That should be there. You feel pleased when you see the food. Hridaya, that's Hridaya. Ahara, Satvik Priya. These are the one which are Satvik Priya, which is dear to the people who are Satvik and have got Satvik Shraddha also. Now, what are those? What food varieties which are liked by those who are Rajasic in disposition? Katvam Lalavana Krishna Tikshna Ruksha Vidahina Aharo Rajasa Sreshta Dukkha Shokamaya Prada. Then Katu, Amla, Lavana, Ati Ushna. Ati means too much. It is with Ushna, hot, too hot. But that adjective Ati has to be connected to all the varieties. Ati Katu, Ati Amla, Ati Lavana, Ati Ushna, Ati Tikshna, Ati Ruksha, Ati Vidahina. Vidahin. One now. Ati Katu. Katu can mean bitter or chilly. Here chilly you can't take because Tikshna word is there for chilly. So here therefore too much of bitter one should not be eaten. That means they like that. There are people who like bitter also. So that is Ati Amla. Too much of sour. Pickles. Tamarind. Tamarind. Or raw mango. People like it. So Ati Amla. Ati Lavana. Too much of salt. So that Ati Lavana, you like it. Ati Ushna. Too hot. From directly the steaming hot rice would be in the plate. Or fried things, no. From the frying pan on the plate. There are people. There are such Mahabhagas. Suppose something fried in this thing, but by the time he eats, it has become cold, and he knows that now new fire. These people asked to remove that earlier one and give the hot one. So this is what it is. Ushna, Ati Tikshna, pungent, too much of chili. Chili burning to the tongue, burning in the stomach, burning next day also while flushing out. So, Ati Tikshna. Ruksha. Ati. So here, Ruksha is dry, no sneha, no oily content at all. Ruksha. Vidahina. When you eat, you get the burning sensation. Such foods are Rajasasya Ishtaha. They are liked by who? People who are Rajasic in nature, who have got such disposition. What is the result? What this food, such type of food produces? Dukkha shokamaya pradaha. It gives dukkha, sorrow. Shoka. Shoka is that. Dukkha can mean also tatkalika pida. Immediately gives trouble. Shoka. So, amaya is there. It gives diseases. And when diseases are given, you feel you are sorrowful. That sorrow born of disease, shoka. Or it can mean by such food, one may get such diseases that he gets separated from near and dear. And that shoka, sorrow of getting alienated from the near and dear. Shoka. Generally, shoka is defined as manasaha tapa. Manasastapaha shoka. The afflictions in the mind is called shoka. It gives like that. Amaya, this is it. It gives all this. Now the tamasaha. Yata yamam gata rasam. Puti puparyushitam chayat. Uchishtam cha maidhyam. Bhojanam tamasa priyam. This is the food liked by people of tamasic disposition, tamasic shraddha. Yata yamam. Yama means here the specific time required to cook a particular type of food. Depends on the nature of the food. Yatayamam means half cooked. Food that is half cooked. What is called as manda pakva. Gata rasam. Rasa viyuktam means actually here rasa can mean taste also. Or here gata rasam can mean what is called as rasa viyuktam means proper taste is not there. See, there are, it is going to come. People have got varieties of taste, especially when they will say that puti is going to come. Gatarasam also means nirviryam. Virya, the virility, the strength, which doesn't give. Also, rasa yuktam, tasteless. From other standpoint, for them it is a taste. Puti means is there which has got durgandha, bad smell. There are people, I've come across people, you know what they do? They keep that buttermilk for days together. I don't know. start stinking and they drink. Think of it. And they claim that, oh, it is good. We will run away from that. So I come across such people. So puti, this has got bad smell. Paryushitam. Paryushitam, stale. Food that has been kept overnight. You know, nowadays, everything where you dump, fridge. In the West, from America, etc., the wife is coming to India. For 1 month, rotis they can keep in the fridge there. And husband takes and warms and eats. Something is there, hunger will go, but it is not good for health. For stale. Uchishtam. Food remaining after eating of someone else. Should not do these things. Because which disease it may get, you can't. However near and dear, this should not, it should be avoided. See that uchishta, that is remaining food of others. Some communities have got habit, or some people of some religion, eating in a big thali all together. Not desirable. Amedhyam, a food which is not fit to be offered to Bhagavan or Yajna. That purity must be there. You can't offer in Yajnas everything, or you can't offer to Bhagavan as Naivedya everything. There should be some purity about that. So, but these people, Amedhyam. So, food which is not fit to be offered as for Yajna, sacrifice, etc., such is what food dear to tamasic people. Now, the Yajna of 3 types, the sacrifice of 3 types. See, Yajna, in general, the Homa, Havana, etc., there, in an altar of fire, you offer the oblation, that is fine. Otherwise, any karma done as offering to Ishvara is called also Yajna. Karma means in sacrifice, but you offer it to Ishvara Bhagavad Tattva, it is called Yajna. Or Yajna also means Yajno vai Vishnu. Yajna also means Vishnu, the Ishvara Tattva. But here it is not in that sense. So here, especially sacrifices. Afalakangshi bir yajna vididrishtoya ijjate yashtavyameveti manaha samadhaya sa satvika. The sacrifices done by who? Afalakangshi bihi. These people are not interested in the result thereof. But it shall be done. They do it. Scriptures want them to do. They do it as a duty, but not to get this and that. Vididrishtaha. They perform it strictly as told in the Shastra. As told in the Shastra. How? Yashtavyam eva iti manas samadhaya. Making the mind fully convinced, aware that this needs to be done by me as per the Shastra. So I am doing it in dedication to Ishvara. So that is what is. The such sacrifices are called Satvika. Now Rajasic sacrifice. Abhisandhayatu phalam dambhartam api chayvayat ijjate bharata shreshta tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. Abhisandhaya phala. Abhisandhaya means uddishya, keeping in mind and making sankalpa. I am doing this sacrifice to gain this. Phalam. Or dambhartham, to show to others, not such a great religious person. I'm doing such and such great sacrifices. For it to show such people. That, but one thing here, this person, Rajasic person, does it as per the vidhi, maybe to get results, maybe to show himself as what great religious person or person who does sacrifice, but he does it as told in the Shastra. The vidhivat, that is what feature is there. That is what is called there, yatha vidhi, a rajasa sacrifice. Yajna. Vidhihinam asrishtanam. Vidhihinam asrishtanam. Mantrahinam adakshinam. Shraddha virahitam yajnam. Tamasam parichakshate. Vidhihinam. The sacrifice is not done as told in the Shastras. Means, while performing sacrifice, the norms or the injunctions of Shastras are not followed. Asrishtanam, food is not offered in the sense, depending on the sacrifice, what should be done? Brahmana bhojana has to be done. Brahmanas have to be fed, because as per the Varnashrama dharma, Brahmana who studies Vedas and teaches Vedas is the repository of jnana. At the same time, he doesn't earn. He doesn't earn separately, though he is very brilliant. Shastra expects such person, Brahmana, to pathanam pathanam, to propagate Vedas, to live strictly in accordance with Vedas and not earn, etc. Then how do you survive such thing? Royal patronage is to be there. And in such things, they have to be fed. Not only fed, they have to be given dakshina as per their status. The part of sacrifice. So it should be done. So, but here these people don't do that. In fact, generally it is the duty of the king to foster the Brahmana. The interesting story is there in the case of Bhojaraja. Bhojaraja had a habit of composing a verse every day. Early morning, when he gets up, he sits on the cot and he used to compose a verse. One day it happened that those days, Brahmanas had respect. They can straight away go in the palace. No soldier or a guard will stop them. In fact, that is what happened. When Sudama went to Dwaraka to meet Krishna, the gatekeeper came and told a Brahmana is coming, has come. Krishna asked, since when the rules have changed that a Brahmana needs permission? Should you come? One means he should straight away come here. Said, no. This Brahmana appears to be a little stray. He's in total tatters. His clothes, etc. What is his name? Sudama. The moment he heard Sudama, he ran towards him. But his first question was, since when it has become a rule that a Brahmana needs a permission? That was status of Brahmana. It happened that in the kingdom of Bhoja, a Brahmana was actually starving. He had no money to get the food. Where to get the food? He thought of going to the palace and from the storeroom get some atta, etc. It was the dusk time. He entered. Nobody stopped him. Straight away. He went to the storeroom. All golden vessels and all these are there. He was not interested in anything. Where was there wheat atta, he filled one bag and he was returning. Those days, maybe palace, but there are no electricity lights. Lamps were there. And he found on the other side of the corridor, king is coming. Now the thief is caught. He wanted to escape. He entered a nearby room and hid himself below the cot. Unfortunately, it happened to be the bedroom of the Bhoja. Bhoja came, sat, relaxed, etc., and slept. Now, what he can do? He's stuck up there. He thought morning when he goes out, he will slip off. Early morning, Bhoja got up. As per the routine, he started composing a verse. 3 lines he composed. 4th line, he tried his best this way, that way, this way, etc. He could not succeed. The Brahmana is a great scholar who is there below. And he could find out how it can be completed. He forgot where he is, why he is hiding, and straight away uttered the 4th line, exactly precise. King was surprised. Who is here? He said, who is that? Brahmana came out. He came out and apologized and told this is what it was. The Bhoja, he felt very bad. In my kingdom, this should be the plight of Brahmanas. He said, you please go. Don't worry about that. You go. Next day, he invited all Brahmanas from his kingdom and gave them sufficient money, etc., so that they can live decently. It is a responsibility of the Brahmana king because Vedas are fostered Brahmana. Nowadays, Varnashram system is out of practice, different thing. But those days it was. So therefore they were being fed. In fact, when the teaching of Yoga Vasishta to Rama was over, Vasishta told Dasharatha, see, when it is called Jnana Yajna, a sacrifice of knowledge. When such jnana is over, you should celebrate it by feeding brahmanas, giving them profuse dakshinas, etc. And from all kingdom, call them. Because he's a king, he can do that. He said, even a common man who can spend all these things, but according to one's capacity, one should celebrate such events or conclusion of such great text, etc. So here it is, asrishtanam, food that needs to be offered to the Brahman, etc. is not given. Mantrahinam, mantras as per the Vedas are not chanted. Dakshinam, Ritvik, etc. are the archers who need to be paid as dakshina, as a fees. It is told in the Vedas, it is not followed, not given. Shraddha virahitam, it does, but no shraddha in that. Such a yajna is called tamasa. Now, tapas. Tapas is three types depending on, that is, at what level you do it. Tapas at physical level, tapas at oral level, or tapas at mental level. Three types. Again, each of the three types is further threefold, depending on Shraddhas, Satvik, Rajasic, and Tamasic. Means tapas is of totally ninefold. Sharira, Vak, Mana, then Shraddha, Traya. So each of them of three types. So now here, what should be the tapas at physical level? Deva Dvija Guru Pradnya Pujanam Shaucha Marjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. This is Sharira. Sharira means mainly at the level of the body. Mind actually is involved there. Speech also is involved there. But mainly at the level of physical body. What is it? Pujanam. That is service to, or doing namaskara, etc. Who? Deva, deities, Ishvara, Dvija, Brahmanas, Guru. Here, Guru need not be Acharya, teacher only, plus elderly people, parents, etc. All this. The pujanam, service to all these, doing namaskara to all these. Shaucham. Shaucham, that is cleanliness. Cleanliness of the body. Arjavam, straightforwardness. Perfect alignment between what one thinks, what one speaks, and what one does. Manasi ekam, vachasi ekam, karmanyekam, mahatmanam. Those are Mahatmas, great people, noble people. That is, what they think, so they speak, and accordingly they act. Manasi anyat, vachasi anyat, karmanyanyat duratmanam. Wicked people think of something, speak something else, and does altogether different something else. Arjava, no crookedness, straightforwardness in such dealing. Brahmacharya, of course, this is celibacy. Brahmacharya. Otherwise, living a life of student, of course, single, in the Gurukula, doing seva to Guru, etc., and studying also Brahmacharya. But here, in the sense of celibacy, ahimsa, not hurting others, not hurting at physical level, not even words, not even thinking ill of others. So this is Sharira Tapas. Now, Vak Tapas. Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat Swadhyaya Besanam Chaiva Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. Anudvegakaram Vakyam. While speaking in such a way that your speech, your talking doesn't create fear, anxiety, agitation, or sorrow in others. So your speech must be that it doesn't create fear, anxiety, agitation, or sorrow in others. Okay. Satyam, speaking as it has happened, not telling lies. Priya hitam. Priya, it should be pleasing to hear. Hitam, that which gives good and reward around punya. Oh, that means all which gives punya and its result. Hitam. Now here, Satya, Priya, Hita, three are there. Actually here, at times, yes, what you speak may be true, but it may not be what? Pleasing. Better don't speak. What you speak may be true and pleasing, but not hita. No. Means among these, if any one quality is missing, don't speak. Shut your mouth. There is no rule that you have to answer each and every question, etc. You know, there are some good method nowadays in the internet, etc. No comments. You don't want to explain things. Here, you can't say that way. Just keep quiet. So that is it. But if you speak, all these three features need to be taken care of. Swadhyaya Besanam. Repetition of one's Swadhyaya, the Vedic essential. For Brahmana, it was essential. This is what is called as Vangmaya Tapas. Now, Manasa Tapas. Mana Prasada Saumyatvam Maunamata Vinigra Bhava Samshudiritetat Tapo Manasa Muchyate. Mana Prasada, that quietude of the mind. Mind which is free from desires, angers, etc., which create agitation there. Mana Prasada. a delightful mind which is calm and composed. Saumatvam is a pleasing or delightful disposition of the mind, full of satisfaction, etc. Full of satisfaction. It also means desiring for the good of all people. That also is what? Thinking about the good of all people. That is Saumatvam. Mauna. Now, Mauna literally means what? Absence of speaking. It should be at vak level. Why it is here? No. Speaking is what? Backed up by the mind. The mind is calm and composed, it will not speak at all. They say, we Indians are talkative compared to Westerners. Somebody gave a reason for that. Because ours is a tropical country where more or less West cold is too much. You'll find in a chill wintry morning, suppose you go out, you don't feel like talking. So less temperature, less talk. Higher temperature, more talk. Some connection is there. Because you know why? The presiding deity of Vak is fire, Agni. Agni. Chill means what? Agni is dull. Speech is not. Where is it? Anyway. So here, Maunam. That control of the mind by which you don't speak much. Measured talking. Where necessary, yes. Otherwise, just keep quiet. In fact, we should be very careful about speaking. Many such wrong notions can get created by even a little slip of the tongue. You may not mean it, but it creates a havoc. So less measured, to the point, talking is very good. Atma Vinigraha. The control of the mind in general. Not too much of wavering, etc. General control of the mind. Bhava Samshuddhi. Clean conduct without any deceit of others. No hypocrisy. So that is what Bhava Samshuddhi. This is Manasam Tapa Uchyate. Tapas at the mental level. Now this tapas, what is the sattvic tapas? All these levels. What is the rajasic tapas? What is the tamasic tapas? Will be described hereafter. We'll see that. Here's a question. The question, come request. Can you please explain the famous Vedic prayer? Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma amritam gamaya. What is meant by this? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Generally, it is translated as, it is addressed to divinity principle. Parameshwara, please lead me from false to truth. Please lead me from asat, that which is false, to truth, which is satyam, sat. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Please lead me from darkness to light. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. Please lead me from mortality called death to immortality, deathlessness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We should know first what is that? Asat, and what is Sat. What is tamas, darkness, and what is jyoti, light. What is that? Mrityu, and what is death or mortality, and amrita, deathlessness, immortality. We should know what they mean. First, we have to say what is asat. From asat lead to sat. Asat will be more clear by knowing what is sat first. We should, in that prayer, or in the terminology of Vedas, what is meant by sat? It is defined as Trikale api tishtati iti sat. That Trikale api tishtati iti sat. That which remains without change and in 3 periods of time. Or Trikala abadita vastu. The entity which cannot be negated, which cannot be absent in 3 periods of time. 3 periods of time is what? Past, present, and future. What is such entity? What is the entity that which is all the time there, never happens to be absent? Jagat, creation, it is the beginning, it is going to end one day. Your body, born, going to die. Anything and everything in this creation, which is by itself jada, inner. It may appear to be sachetana. No. By itself jada. For example, our body, as it obtains now, is one sachetana, sentient. But see the dead body, inert. Truly inert, but because some factor it was lively. Anything that is inert is what? Going to perish. That which never get destroyed. What it can be? To cut it short, the Chaitanya in you and me, in everyone. The pure Chit, pure awareness principle, pure conscious principle in all is the basis of entire Jagat, because it is the one which lends the astitva existence. Means, in short, Chaitanya, Chit, pure awareness principle, pure concept principle called Atma, Brahma, only is Sat. And that which was not in the beginning, which is not going to the end, but in between, seemingly appears to be there, in between, experientially available. That is Asat, which was not there in the past, but appears to be born, which is not going to be there after its destruction. It ends, but in between, it is experience, like a dream. Asat. Now, if you apply this norm to the Srishti, creation, creation comes, creation goes. Chaitanya, Atma, Brahma, ever lasts. So therefore, the Atma Tattva, Chaitanya Tattva, Brahma Tattva, or at the practical level, Ishvara Tattva is Sat. And Jagat, including our body, because of which we appear to be a samsari jiva, comes and goes, because jiva is nothing but Brahma. Asatoma Sadgamaya. That which comes and goes, which is temporarily there, is called Asat, false, Mithya. From this false Jagat, from this false Jivahood, please lead me to Sat Chaitanya Swarupa, Atma Brahma, which is Paramananda Swarupa. If that is your Swarupa, why do you know Tamas? Ignorance. Tamas stands for ignorance of this principle. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From my present status of being ignorant, please lead me to the state of knowledge wherein I can discover my Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, Paramatma Swarupa. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. The present state of mortality, because of identification of the body, transmigration, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, the birth, death cycle continues. From this flight, Amritam Gamaya, make me discover my Swarupa, real nature, which is deathlessness. Because Chaitanya Atma is not born, there is no destruction. An indestructible, ever existent principle. So therefore, from the false appearing Jagat, lead me to what? Its basis, the Chaitanya, ever existent, limitless happiness, totally free from sorrow, ever existent Atma. For that, lead me from ignorance to its knowledge, and thereby make me get rid of this state of mortality and death and discover myself to be immortality. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Why 3 times Shanti? Next time we will see that. But this is a very, very what? Great prayer. Even if you don't know the meaning, pray. He knows the meaning. He means Paramatma. You see to that, you will come to the meaning and you will lead such a life that you can discover what that Sat is, discover what that light knowledge is, discover what that immortality, deathlessness is, which is your Swarupa, your true nature, our true nature. Om. Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.